Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be showing you a few ways that you can streamline your morning meal with these easy and simple breakfast recipes. Let's get started.
And I know we just made a recipe video, but hey, it's what we like to do. So we're going to start off with Graci showing you how to make the, what are they called? Energy bites? Yeah, we're going to make those. You got to try these, they're so good. For the peanut butter energy bites, you'll need peanut butter, of course, agave, chocolate chips, old-fashioned oats, flaxseed, and then something to mix them in.
So actually it calls for 2/3 a cup of creamy peanut butter. So I need a spoon. I hate when recipes call for something like this that doesn't come off into a measuring cup well, because I'm a stickler for getting the measurements exactly right. Josh is not. Josh prefers to just eyeball things. But I'm like very OCD about it, so it bothers me when it's something like this that can't really be measured exactly, but here we go. And see, it doesn't come out. I love that. We'll take our handy dandy spoon and try that. Okay, now we need another one of those. And we're gonna need more peanut butter after this. Does that look about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Try to get as much of it out as I can. Move that over. Next, we need a 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. We have a fresh bag. And a cup of oats. So, make a little funnel here. Now a 1/2 cup of ground flax. I don't know how long these stay good for, but they've definitely been in our pantry for quite some time. So hopefully we won't die. And lastly is 2 tablespoons of agave. Agave is much easier to get out than honey, so I appreciate that. Now I'm just gonna combine all this together.
Now you want to make sure the peanut butter is well stirred in, because if it clumps, some of the products will, or not products, other ingredients will fall apart. And so the peanut butter works as a binding agent, and you really want to make sure it gets really well mixed together.
Good to know. Is it looking like it might need some more peanut butter?
I think I just need to stir it around.
I think it might need more.
Alright, so we stirred it a little bit and realized it's not holding together too much, so it's okay to add a little bit more peanut butter, which we're going to do that right now. So at this point, just kind of eyeball it, so it's like it's almost together, but it's not quite, and so we're just going to do a spoonful, and it should work just fine.
Concentrating faith.
It wouldn't come off. Yeah, so already it's working a lot better, so I just needed that extra bit of peanut butter to help it form together.
You're really having to muscle it in there, aren't you?
It's tough. If you haven't worked out yet, this could be your workout of the day. Get those forearms. Alright, so it's looking pretty good. Now we just gotta form them into little bite-sized balls.
Alright, so now that we've got them to a nice consistency, thank you Josh for stirring. We're gonna put these in the fridge put this mixture in the fridge for about 15 minutes to allow it to get firmed up.
You see this pie right here? I made a video on how to make that, so I'm gonna put a link in the description if you wanna make that. 2 ingredients, pretty good. Nice little plug right there. So our second recipe is the peanut butter chocolate chip, what is it called? Peanut butter cup overnight oats. Let's do it. For the peanut butter cup overnight oats, you will need chocolate chips, cocoa powder, a jar, preferably a mason jar, agave, old-fashioned oats, coconut milk or whatever kind of milk you want, peanut butter, vanilla extract, and salt.
All right, so now we're going to be doing the peanut butter cup overnight oats. So we need a small bowl, and we're going to combine our peanut butter with the vanilla and the salt, and the recipe says to microwave that together for about 10 seconds just so it's easier to mix together. So we need 2.5 tablespoons of peanut butter. We need 1/4 teaspoon. It says microwave for 10 seconds, stir for 10 seconds, and then microwave again for 10 seconds. So that's what we're gonna do. So now we're going to add in our milk, oats, cocoa powder, all right, so I'm just going to transfer it to this bowl that's a little bit bigger so that we have more room to work with. Okay, so now I'm going to add in our milk. We need 1/3 cup of this. Powder. And lastly, we need our 1/2 teaspoon of agave. Stir well and make sure the peanut butter is mashed in thoroughly.
So now you just mix it together and it's almost good to go. And you want to make sure you get the peanut butter stirred in very well so it's not clumped up at the bottom. And then after you do that, you just need to put it in the mason jar.
And add the chocolate chips.
And add the chocolate chips. Can't forget that.
To the fridge it goes. Who's got a please?
For the maple cinnamon overnight oats, you will need cinnamon, agave, or you can substitute maple as the recipe implies, vanilla extract, a jar, again preferably a mason jar, coconut milk, brown sugar, and the oats.
All right, so this recipe is the cinnamon maple overnight oats. And this recipe says to put the oats, vanilla, and milk in the jar first, so that's what we're gonna do. So I need 1/2 cup of oats. And this is going to be fun. I don't know what to do. It's gonna make a mess.
No, that's right, just do it the other way.
What?
You can do that, just flip the other way.
No, it's making just as much of a mess as if I just did this. I'll add a little bit more because I spilled some. We need 1/2 cup of milk. So I'm just gonna stir that together. now it says to combine the rest of the ingredients in a small bowl and then add those to the jar. So we need a tablespoon of brown sugar, a fourth a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a tablespoon of agave. And like we said earlier, the recipe does call for maple, but we just like agave, and it's what we have, so. I'm just gonna combine all of those together. Are you gonna eat your oats tomorrow for breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it says pour this into the jar and stir that together. Alright, so it says to refrigerate that for at least 2 hours or overnight, so I'm going to put those in the fridge. Here we go.
Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes. We're going to take the energy balls out and actually form them into their ball shape. Alright, so we formed them into the balls, and now we have breakfast for the next week. Easy as that.